Hey guys, Tony DeNaro here. Happy Monday. Welcome back. I did a video yesterday on Bed Bath & Beyond, the bankruptcy, and a few of you had some great questions. I wanted to follow up with you and try and answer those questions. Let's jump right into the material. As we finish up the trading day here on Monday, right now at this moment, Bed Bath & Beyond is trading at 19 cents with the expected big dip from Friday's close due to the announcement of the Chapter 11. And just to clarify, I don't own a position in Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm just here providing you unbiased information. My last trade on Bed Bath & Beyond was back in August of 2022. We have a lot of stuff to go through to answer your questions. Let's start off by looking at this 8K filing. Bed Bath & Beyond filed a voluntary Chapter 11, what some people refer to as a reorganization bankruptcy. And I know that there are going to be people out there saying that that is because they're trying to reorganize and save the company. Let me share with you a couple of things that I was able to pull from the bankruptcy filings and the motions that have been filed, and we can talk about those theories. There might be truth there, or we could just have people being overly optimistic. What can we learn from the documents? Bed Bath & Beyond, as you know, is already closing some stores in the early part of this year due to financial reasons. And in a motion filed with the court yesterday as part of the bankruptcy proceedings, they asked the judge to approve allowing that vendor to close all the stores and liquidate all of the inventory. From the document here, we have a sale commencement date to be Wednesday, April 26th, and they expect it to wrap up on or prior to July 31st, 2023. But people want to know, is Bed Bath & Beyond really just trying to find a buyer and keep all the stores open? I know that in the months leading up to this weekend's Chapter 11 filing, Bed Bath & Beyond had already talked to 60 different institutions to see if they would be interested in acquiring any of the assets of Bed Bath & Beyond, and they got a no, which is why they are where they are at now. So the reality of getting someone to buy Bed Bath & Beyond at this point, I think it's kind of slim. That is just my opinion, though. You never know what's going to happen. And we do have a motion here on the screen that was part of the bankruptcy filing where Bed Bath & Beyond is asking the judge to allow them to put the assets up for bid and to set up a stalking horse bidder deadline of May 22nd. So that will also be on the table. And depending on what happens, Bed Bath & Beyond has reserved the right to stop the store closures. So too early to say, but I don't really expect the stalking horse bidding process to yield any bids. That is just my opinion. You can certainly have your own opinion on that too. Even if Bed Bath & Beyond was able to find a bidder to bid on all those assets, it's most likely that the debt holders are going to be the ones that are taken care of with whatever proceeds come from that bid. Most likely, in my opinion, the common stockholders are going to be left with nothing. And even if there were a couple $100 million left in a bid to throw a bone to the common shareholders, now you've got to divide that by 700 plus million shares that are issued and outstanding, probably yielding about 20 cents per share to shareholders. I know you're saying, what? 700 million shares? What the hell are you talking about, DeNaro? Bed Bath & Beyond listed in the bankruptcy filing total assets of $4.4 billion, total debts of $5.2 billion. And there was one other little interesting thing in here about that share count. How many common shares are there outstanding? We got an update in the bankruptcy filing, 739 million. Wow, I mean, when I look on the brokers right now, they're telling us 465 million. This is almost double what anybody thinks is actually out there right now. Although now that we have this filing on the record, it would not surprise me to see all of the brokers update the shares outstanding in the coming days. Speaking of trading though, what is going to happen with Bed Bath & Beyond? Is it going to still trade? Let's go back to that 8K. Bed Bath & Beyond did advise that they expect to get a delisting notice from NASDAQ. I know everybody was worried about delisting for it being under $1. You can forget about that now. The bankruptcy is now going to be the reason for the delisting, and Bed Bath & Beyond is telling us when they receive that notice, they do not intend to appeal it. That means once the official notice comes in, and there'll be an 8K when it comes in, probably about 3 trading days after that, the company will be delisted off of NASDAQ and go down to the pink sheet. How do I know that? Well, I've looked at many other bankruptcies. That is the process. What happens when a company does not contest it? What about something like Revlon? They got their delisting notice and then they stayed on the big board for months and months. That is because Revlon appealed it, and it took several months for that appeal process. Ultimately, they were denied, and they did get delisted also. In the case of Bed Bath & Beyond, they do not intend to appeal the NASDAQ's delisting notice. You should expect then that it will be delisted just a couple days after that official notice comes in. Keep your eyes on the 8Ks and keep your eyes out for that. The final two things I want to talk about from this 8K is the bankruptcy triggering event, this paragraph here talking about the Series A convertible preferred stock. Because of the bankruptcy, the holders of the convertible preferred stock can take the option now from the company to get a cash redemption. That is one option they can do, or they can immediately convert the preferred stock to common. And I think that would be at the price on Friday minus whatever discount they get. So that is up to them, but you could have even more dilution coming depending on which option they choose, or the company spending more of its cash to buy them out, to redeem those shares. Finally, let's talk about Holly Etlin being both appointed as the official CFO and the Chief Restructuring Officer. I know a lot of people were excited this morning thinking, oh, well, that's proof they're restructuring, right? I don't know that I would go that far. Ms. Etlin is going to be the one handling the bankruptcy, handling the Chapter 11, signing all the documents. She is in charge of the orderly unwinding of the company. That is how I view this. There's no way that I could review this paragraph and create some story for you that this is proof that the company is planning to restructure. Everything in the court filings is showing that they are planning on closing down all the stores and hopefully get a bid for some of those assets. That is all I got for you today on Bed Bath & Beyond. If you have any other follow-up questions, please don't hesitate to drop a comment down below. I am Tony DiNardo. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.